Okay, I'm gonna be starting a new series soon. I'm just gonna finish up on the moon on the Jordan Peterson series, and I'm not gonna drag it out too much longer. Jordan Peterson series, I think it's gonna be a short series, maybe 100 parts to the whole series or something. Um, I'll explain a few other things as I'm going along, but I'm probably gonna do another 20, 30 videos on the moon because I'm gonna bang a bunch of them out towards the end of this week. And doing so, I'll explain a bunch of shit that I've noticed over the years and stuff. But the Jordan Peterson series, the more of his videos, Jordan, the more of your videos that I'm watching, the whole Joe Rogan behind him, behind Trump, behind um, all this, just quite a few of the people that you're behind and rolling with bother me too much, and I can't get over it. I just you're too intelligent to not be able to see through these people. I just don't understand, and especially seeing how they're all intertwined and interrelated, and then I start getting that feeling like even doing the Candace Owens series, I kind of felt that way towards the end of the Candace Owens series too, because I started seeing that she was rolling with Joe Rogan too, and she had good things to say about some of these obvious liars. I mean, the lies are so ridiculous and so nonsensical that there's just no way, man. There's just no way. When you step back and look at it, you're like, how the hell are they all buying into this shit? Though, do they have eyes to see? Do they have ears to listen? I don't get it. I mean, you obviously have eyes. You're reading all these books and all this shit. So I just, it's beyond me. Anyways, anybody else that comes to these videos, because I think Jordan Peterson, you're just going to end up being a plant like everyone else. Maybe you're not purposeful. I don't know. It's fucking hard to say. It seems like you're rolling with these pricks. So maybe you got fooled. Maybe you got tricked. They saw something in you that they could use for their world stage, and they're playing you out on the world stage. Um, but I guess I learned some shit anyways as I went along. So nothing's a waste of time. I try to think positive about it all. Anyways, when you go online, anybody else that's coming, because I don't think that Jordan Peterson's going to do it, but when you go online, these are a bunch of moon photographs that I downloaded. So if you just go on Google or wherever and you download these moon photographs, now best bet is to get a cheap ass telescope like that. Don't have to be nothing fancy, is what I mean. Brand new, you can buy these type of telescopes for like 60, 70 bucks. You can go on Amazon, get them for like 30, 40 bucks. They're just a cheap telescope. You just want to look at only the moon. Don't even bother with the stars. Don't confuse yourself with any of the other shit going on out there. Just the moon. Start with that, right? And and when you go to Google to do, because before you get your telescope, you're going to want to say, why am I going to waste my money on a telescope when I can just turn on Fox News and they'll tell me everything I want to know about the moon, NASA, the other guy who I can't even remember his name again. That's why I keep struggling to remember his name. What the hell is his name? Tesla maker, the guy who took over Tesla's spot. What the hell's his name? Yeah, he really pisses me off too because so many people pump him up. Um, let's see, I saved them already, so let's see. So let's go for this first. So I'll explain this. So before you get your telescope, and the camera is just a cheap cell phone camera, just like the one that I'm on now. That's what I do, and I glue my eyepiece onto my telescope. I mean, onto my camera, and I plug the camera into the telescope. That's why I have this. So it's in my thing. You see how the glue gets all over it because I glue it right here to my camera, and then I mount it once the glue dries. Of course, don't try to do it when it's wet because it does peels off fairly easy when you're done. It's plastic on plastic, and it will fairly easy, but it does hold your camera on, so you can do 360s on your telescope uh, to do moon videos and photos. And you have to do it. Anybody coming to my videos, you have to do this. I mean, how are you going to get it through your head? You have to. You just have to do it. I mean, there's no way around it. It's something that everyone has to do for themselves. So even if one of your friends tells you that, hey, I got a telescope and a camera and I'm taking photos and videos of the moon, I'm uploading them and I'm using them as research videos to look at the moon a little different, better, with clear eyes. Um, that's good for your friend, but it's not good for you. You should still also do it. You don't want to take anyone's word on it, including mine. You don't want to take anyone's word on anything anymore. We've been lied to too much. You have to all go look for yourselves. You can reconfirm with each other, and of course, that's a good thing. You know, hey, do you see this? Hey, do you see that? Yeah, I seen this one. Yep, I found this one. And as you find them and as you see them, you will get to know angles of perception, you'll get to know depth, you'll get to know lights and shadows, how it all works, contrast, colors, all that shit. It'll go like this for anybody. For anybody. Maybe the more intelligent you are, it might even be harder. Because if you guys that are so intelligent believe this bullshit that we're told, then I don't know why. And I'll go through a little bit of that. All right, so you go on Google. I punched up full moon photographs, right? You can whatever you want, full moon images, whatever, and then you go through them and you start downloading whatever ones you want, you know. And there are a lot of them, but here's what happens. So once you upload them, I mean download them. My computer's very slow, very slow. It's cheap. It's a fucking $65 tag sale computer because my computers get blown up all the time. All right, so what you'll start doing is as you start going on to them, like I'll start pulling some of these up. I'll open some of these. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on. I'm always wearing white T-shirts in the background. I noticed that from the glare on the camera. So, anyways, because I'm just a jeans and T-shirt guy. I'm not fancy. Okay, so you're always gonna end up with these small photos. So as you blow them up, of course, you're gonna lose clarity, and you're gonna, um, come on, bitch, come on, bitch. I don't know. I'll try to restart the computer and see if it works a little faster. All right, so all the same images I can still get out of them all, and I've got the other monitor over here, but I'm not going to use it yet. Um, I can still go in, and I'm going to. I'm going to use these blown up. See, some of the ones I was showing you the other day. Do I have a stick? Yeah, I got a stick. And just a couple days ago, I was pointing out some of these. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to try to do this with my left hand. I. Now, the reason why I call this one the Jesus look, if you look at him, I call him the Jesus because the Jesus that we were told about, the Jesus, the guy, the gentleman who plays, which I won't even try to say his name, the gentleman who plays the role of Jesus in any of our modern movies, since we've had movies and television, okay, and even in the books and on the crosses in the churches and everything like that, we see figures of what they call Jesus. Now, they didn't make that mistake with Muhammad. No one's allowed to draw Muhammad. You're not allowed to draw his face. You're not allowed to mock his character. Nothing. With Jesus, they put it up there because they wanted him to be on those crucifixions. So they put the image of what we call Jesus. Now his body has definitely changed over the years in the churches, right? On that crucifixion, he's definitely got more cut, more build. He's a little stronger looking over the years because when you go back and look at the older ones, he was, very scrawny. All right. So, anyways, as far as his face goes, the image of what we know of as Jesus, the top of the eyes and the nose, the nose, the brow and the nose. He's got a high ridge nose. It doesn't have a lump in it, but he's got this high ridge nose, right? So let me get him again for you. Hold on. And I should go on the other. Should go. And again, I'm looking for the right angle because all these things that I'm talking about, facial features, are going to change with different angles because it's different angles of perception. So wherever you are standing on the earth to see this image. So now I'm looking. Now his nose changed on me. So now I got to go back and look for him. So right now his nose got fat right here. See, stay on the eye and the mouth down here. Okay, tongue sticking out. Okay, chin, he's got the chin going on and everything because there's millions of images in here. That's why I'm saying this. I'll go get the cropping tool later and stuff like that. I just want to get through a few things in this particular video. Um, all right, so the Ridge original. So he's got some features, is what I mean when you hear me say it looks like it could be the image of Jesus, because now his hair coming around this way and things like that. So my hand's jumping around because I'm doing 3 different things at once. So see if I can find them better. Okay, my point being about blowing up the images is that just be aware of that. You know, we're blowing them up. So in other words, if you see something that might look off or a little bit different or something of that nature. All right, this one I was showing you the other day, upside down. Turn them upside down in your imagination. You don't have to use. You could just use reality. You can see this moon photograph. Now, you're looking at it with your real eyes. Now, you don't know this because you don't know me. So really, you're just looking at a monitor, a screen, and anything that this person, me, telling you at this moment may not be true. And I think you should go with that. But I'm going to point it out to you, and you go get your own moon photographs. Download them offline if you want, so you can check many of them, so you know that they're all the same. Okay. So eye under here, going with this mouth right here, this chin right here, hairdo upside down to you now, mind you. Okay, don't pay attention to the ones that are right side up, because I know he's looking at you still too now that I pointed him out. So you got eye, nose, ridge, all that shit, and you got the tongue sticking out. Gotcha. So all I need to do is turn you around. I don't know if I got this camera on lock or not. Let's see. I'll just do it like that. Okay, I'll do it like this. This will be easier for you. And then I'm going to drop the camera. I'm going to crop the camera right here at the top of where I want your eyes of the face of this one, because I'm trying to crop for you. And then I'm going to try to crop them this way. Let's see. Yeah, I'll crop them that way too with my camera. Okay, so I don't have to get out cropping tools. And I'm trying to leave his chest in. See, barrel chest right here belonging to this face. Now this face, I can go around and get them in many, many different ways. My point is we have body imagery, which is very rare, because you very rarely see body imagery anywhere down here with us. You know, I mean, you're talking about gazillions of images I've seen, and I've only got a handful of body images that are not even confirmable, where the ones in the moon are confirmable. I know I'm bouncing around my camera. Hold on. Let me get him again. Okay. Bank. All right. I used to call him the Joker, because he's got a couple different directions where he looks like the Joker. Let me see if I do this. I might get him a little better for you. So I know I got chest, and I've got some of his rib cage down here, which I'm not even really making out, but I know it's there, because it's upside down to me still. So, anyways, angles of perception. Look around. I'll get his go in on his face a little better. There you go. Oh, okay. So my point being about these, anyways, back to what I was saying. Look at the imagery he's banging. It's really good. So you've got this deep eye up here and a deep eye up here with the nose right here, but you're not getting the rest of the face until you start angling around and changing your angles of perception. And another one is turning. The reason why you download photos is so that you're able to do this if my computer works fast enough. Let's see. Okay, so now I turn it. Now I got to blow it back up again. Okay, so since I've got it, I might as well talk about some of these things, because I was just talking about some of these same images in the last couple of videos. So that's why I was trying to stick to them. All right, eye, nose, mouth, feminine species, got hair blowing off in that direction. Her shoulders here, her arm comes down this way, and she's holding a tail in another couple directions. I was thinking about it yesterday, and I'm looking around. I think the angle for her best, she's looking over her shoulder. So my best angle for her will be, when I go over to that other monitor, will be somewhere over here along these lines for the more feminine look of her. And I need to be way the fuck down, which I can't unless because my thing's on a... Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can get her for you. Okay, so she's got these little cone titties, and then she's also got some what we call pimple titties. So, you know, little mosquito bite titties. She got two different sets of titties as you're moving her around, and I can get her in more feminine looking faces in different ways that I'm moving my camera for perception, whether it's up, down, left, right, backward, forward, right? Because we're humans and we have vision and that's how we see things. So, anyways, lots of different faces. You're probably catching this cone because there is a cone nose that comes out for this other one that's kind of a weird looking thing. I don't even know what to call it. It's too cartoony for me to make out when I'm throwing this cone in most directions. But as I go in deeper, I can get a lot of different facial features out of it. Let me see. Let me try this instead. Yeah, see, this is one that I would probably blame. Um, I would probably blame because of the types of photo is. I like this one too. That's coming through. All right, so you know, if I come down here, but it's okay. Yeah, well, I guess my point is it's okay. Still do this anyways, because at least you'll still confirm that it's the same images. So if things are a little bit off and you can't find certain things at certain angles or whatever, think about it. It's because of the photos. So as long as they match up, and it obviously does. I mean, I can tell you everything about this image right here, this feminine image, before I even got eyes locked on it, right? So if I go back over to where I think it's easier when I'm laying down on the table, and I really want to rank out NASA for a few minutes, so I want to get back to that. So let's see if I put her here, and then I bring this back out to here. All right, she's got a nice waistline. I always try to, because I don't know about wearing apparel and I haven't figured it out, but they do change colors. It almost looks like fashionable on her tight waistline and her ass area, right, as it comes down this way. And then I get a little bit of a leg and a little bit, I think, of a leg. I'm not even 100% sure. So this particular body imagery, I only get right down to about here. And then her arm does come all the way back down here very clearly. I'll get it for you later. And then, and I'll get her face a little more feminine too when I get over to my own moon photographs. Because so far I've only done my moon videos, which I do have some that are also clear. The imagery's fucking banging. Can't miss it. Can't miss it. This one up. Okay, eye, beautiful nose, mouth, human face, hairdo, and everything, right? Very clear. And you'll do is you'll confirm them from moon photo to moon photo, just looking around like this. Zoom in, zoom out, look around. Fucking be aware of your surroundings. You ever hear that? Anybody? Yeah, just be aware of your surroundings because they lie to you about every fucking thing. So if you enjoy being lied to, okay, fine. But what about everybody else? What about our kids? What about our grandkids? You know? What about everybody else we're going to be leaving behind when we go? I mean, why the fuck do we got to lie to everybody about everything? So stupid. Anyways, you're not going to find any good photos or good videos, but you know, you got to do what you got to do, and it's good to use them for confirmation on the imagery that makes up the moon. So that's fine. You know, I'm able to do it using these right now with you. I'm showing you how to do it. I'm going to blow up one more and see if it's see how big. Yeah, they're all like this. Yeah, so they're all going to be these tiny little pictures. And then, how do I blow this? Okay. And then what I got to do, and then also I'm grabbing a reverse telescope and standard telescope, both moons. So again, we can go in and you confirm, okay, I got it, I see it, same imagery. So the only thing is filters, colors, things like that, if anybody's using any, atmosphere, all that kind of shit, right? But anyway, back to that same Jesus face. I'm gonna call him Jesus face. I don't care. I used to not want to offend anybody, but fuck everyone. Um, I, hair coming over this way. He's got fairly long hair. The ridge of the nose is the point that I was trying to make. Is the ridge of the nose is what reminds me of that dude that plays the character Jesus. He does got a little bit of a mustache on this curve. It stops right here, and his lips go all the way down. So let's see, somewhere around there. Because I can stop him here. I can crop it for you here, right at his mouth, and you won't get his chin, and you get a different look out of his face. Once I bring him down, I'm bringing him down this way a little bit to try to get you some of his chin. But if I do that, I'm kind of better off coming back out to get to get the features better. And then of course here's the upside down one that I was showing. Now there's thousands and thousands right in this area that I could be showing you by just going like this and going like this and moving around. I could throw a filter on, also get it much. I'm looking at them all. I'm not gonna go around and point them all out. I'm just saying. There's the Wolfman guy, right? Here's when he was skinny, eye, crooked nose, using that same mouth open, right? There he is for you. Right, then remember I showed you in the other video, I move over this way, change up my angles of perception, perspective, whatever you want to call it. You got eye, mouth open, using the same mouth, but now he's got this canine bulldog face, where the face droops down this way, comes up, he already starts a hairdo all the way around here. You got two sets of horns, because when you're moving up and moving down, you're going to get him with the two different sets of horns. This horn and this horn don't even work for this larger image. For this larger fat face here, his horns are up here in his head. Only when I bring him back over here and give you this guy, see the horn now? Where's the other one? Right here. Then he has these horns are way over here. They're not even, these horns up here are being used for this other image in that same area that's using this eye, but not necessarily this eye, but actually the eye on an angle over here moves over. See how much farther it is? Notice all the triangles everywhere? See all the triangulars everywhere that make all this image for you? Those are the builders. Those are the builders that are all around us at all times. Those are our ancestors. Those are our friends. Those are us. That's the energy that is all one. And we ignore it in favor of what we see in the fucking television screen. Okay, so anyways, I got a whole shitload of moons here. I'm going to go through them all in the next few days or whatever, doing exactly what I'm doing now, but only better. I just want to point out a few things as I'm going along, because I'm so pissed off about Jordan Peterson, Elon Musk, that's his name, beefing up Elon Musk and all this outer space nonsense. You guys are a bunch of fucking space weirdos, man. You guys watch too much television, you read too many books. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. Too much schooling, too much education for you guys to be believing all this nonsense. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. That's exactly what happened here. None of it was really education. It's all, you think to yourself that, no, the propaganda wasn't that bad. Yeah, it was. Okay, so it's kind of funny that they do this on art.com. It's on art.com. It's not even a space channel, right? But I found this when I was looking around for moons and stuff like that. They say, moon photos, and they've got pictures of the astronauts, and on one hand, it's on art.com, so it can't be really considered scientific, right? And I myself know that scientific don't really mean shit anyway. Scientific is the same thing as fiction. It's all fucking garbage. They're full of shit about everything. So, anyway, as you're looking around in these, if you go to art.com, moon photos, you'll see them. Apollo 11, astronaut Buzz Aldrin during the moon landings. But I've been through all this on other people's series. Harold Koch series, although I'm pretty sure those are the ones that got deleted when I was talking about NASA, and I hope it wasn't a real good one because I had one that was really, really good video. I went on one of NASA's videos. I think we turned into 3 parts of that series, but only one of the videos got deleted. I don't know why. I don't know because I just noticed it like a month ago, and the series is a year old. Shows you how much I pay attention to the channel, really. Usually only when I'm going in to do things like this. All right, I don't want to run out of time. What am I on for time? All right, I'm already at 35 minutes. Time fucking flies, man. All right, so when you go in here, we know the usual bullshit stories. We can look at the flag and say, okay, well, the flag should not be blowing in the wind if it's on the moon, right? I mean, it's kind of stupid. So why would they expect everyone to be so dumb that they would believe that? Well, people did believe it for a long time. So it was from 1969, well, even to this day, but I'm saying not everybody. There were some people that questioned these things and said, gee, that's a little weird, you know? And they should be not only questioned, they should just be flat out denied because there are so many other things in every one of these photos. What you have to do is you have to look. You have to go look with your own eyes. You can't just use your imagination and picture some guy standing on this, what they told you was a rock and all that. You can't use your imagination. Look at it for what it is. Go in on the pictures. So I'm going to do that. I won't have time today, but I'm going to do that on some of them. I just want to point out a few of these things that I'll be going in on and showing you and pointing out, because really I shouldn't have to. Everyone should just be doing that on their own. And I shouldn't have to argue with people. I shouldn't have to argue with my friends and family about this nonsense. I mean, I should be able to show you guys one time, and then you from there, take it from there and go look for yourselves and say, oh, I see what he's saying. Everything was a fucking lie. Yeah, because if you're going to use your imagination, sure, you're not going to, because you want to believe the lies, I guess. I don't know. It's fucked up. But anyways, you're going to look around and you're going to see, like, they don't even have no consideration for anybody with a half a wit, right? Like, they'll leave footprints from regular shoes laying around in their set, right? They'll do is they'll put, a lot of times, they'll put the curvature in the back. They didn't on this one. They probably got away from it because of the flat earthers probably came out and bitched about it too much. But it was so stupid that they did it for as long as they did. And you still do find photo stocks and stuff like that of them on the moon, but it makes no sense to be showing the crescent of the moon when you're standing on the moon. Even though it's 4 times smaller than the Earth, if you're standing on it with a camera. Another thing I want to give attention to, anyone that comes to my videos from this video on, please, from now on in your life, always think about the camera that's taking the shots. Whether it's NASA, Elon Musk's, satellites, whatever it is, always consider, what the fuck is it? Where's this camera coming from? Where's the, especially if you got several angles being shot at a returning rocket, right? The rocket's returning from fucking space, and they got 3 up close photos from different areas of this rock. Why? Because it's a CGI. I'll let you in on the secret. It's fucking CGI most of the time. Yes, they put real rockets on a rocket landing base, and they shoot it off for everybody, and they get thousands of people out there. Yes, that's true, and we can all do that. We all can know how fireworks work, and we can all do that. But as far as going to the moon and going to outer space, that's a whole nother fucking ball game. And they're not doing it, and they never did do it, because you can't go there because it's not the outer space we were told of. So they'll do the crescent thing all the time. And then as I was looking through these, and it's always funny like this, you know, to see this stupid shit. So here's this one. Astronaut James Irwin. I don't know. It says 1930 or something like this. Maybe it's just a skit that they're doing. I don't know. But the same thing. Start looking around at their landing gear, because this is, a lot of these they still have not updated. And what they do is the old ones, the updated ones look a little more reasonable. Let me see if I can find one that's not updated. Also, pay attention to colors. Pay attention to where the mountains are. Pay attention to asking yourself critical questions like, for example, why would you bring an extra 400 or 500 pounds worth of a vehicle? Are you that fucking lazy? You could have brought 2 extra guys with you that were more healthier than you fucking fat old bastards that could have maybe walked around a little bit, because you didn't go very far anyways. And if you did, you didn't take your camera with you, because we ain't got no good shots of anything else except for right around your little fake ass fucking scenes set up here. And you can notice that by their scenes. But the car is another one. When you watch, even in their still photos, what you'll see is it'll be the car driving by, and you'll see dust all around the tire from the dirt that's going up with the tire, right? And you'll notice that the dirt is not moving up and going up into what we were told was outer space, right? We know that. So unless they brought with them, so then you have to ask yourself some critical questions. Did the astronauts, did they bring air, oxygen, gravity with them? Wow, how did they do that? How did they bring air, oxygen, and gravity with them up to the moon? They must have, because every time they're moving with their shoes, the dirt's falling back down on the fucking moon. And every time they kick dirt around with these wheels and tires, the fucking moon dust and the moon sand is coming right back down on your fake ass moon. So how can that be? It's just as crazy as the flag flying in the wind. Did they bring wind with them to blow the flag, or did they just wrinkle it up like that? But so we already know the flag story, and that one's already been. All those conspiracy theories have been debunked. They've been debunked. What happened was the astronauts lost all the moon footage, and because I just heard this one the other day, they lost all their moon footage, and we knew this was coming. The flat earthers knew it was coming for fucking as soon as they came out. I think Obama started the flat Earth movement in when 2011 or 12, something like that, and then it got worse after that. That was Obama. Obama's the flat Earth king. He started it all. Everybody likes to give credit to the Flat Earth Society because they were all working in conjunction with each other. They're all fucking Freemasony, Illuminati-ish fucking humans. You know, that's their thing. So this one here, when I look in on it, and I will later, but you can all feel free to go look on it, you can see their aluminum foil. This is one of the ones you can see the aluminum foil wrap. Now, when you look at that aluminum foil wrap, you got to think to yourself, seriously, Jordan Peterson. I mean, come on, man. Don't you look at anything fucking critically at all? I mean, it's aluminum foil. I don't give a shit what kind of super heavy duty design it is. It was no way to bring anything to the freaking outer space. How did it make? That's so stupid. You know, you can bring up all the arguments. How did it make it to the Van Allen belt? And then they show you the Van Allen belt, and you say, wait a minute. So the rocket had to go left, right, left, right, left, right, in order to make it through the heat barrier. Yeah. That's our answer. Well, your answer don't make no fucking sense. I think it took you about a good 20 years to come up with that answer, and it's not good enough because your rocket don't have steering devices on it to be steering left for a couple miles and then right for a couple miles, and then what is a couple miles, and then how does your rocket shoot anywhere if there's no gravity there? You know, if there's no oxygen there to bounce your rockets off, how do you know what I mean? It's so stupid, man. Too many things that make no sense for intelligent people who are so well read. Right, and then here's another one. So here it is moving up off the moon and heading to Earth. That's Earth over there. Now, keeping in mind that the Earth is supposed to be 4 times larger than the moon. That's certainly the way that it looks in our eyes when we look up, you know, from what we were told, and 243,000 miles away. That's why it looks smaller, but it's only 4 times smaller than the Earth, we're told, and all these bullshit stories we're told. They're fucking liars, man, lying about everything. We can see that they're lying about everything. So why is it that when it's in the reverse direction, the Earth also looks 4 times smaller than? Because it's still, the Earth's here, it's supposed to be 243,000 miles away. Here's the moon. This thing's just lifting up off the moon and heading back for Earth. And then you have to ask yourself, well, what's the extra cameras that are behind taking a picture of this thing lifting up off the moon and leaving the moon? Did you leave a camera on the moon? Because you got photos of the whole system with the astronauts lifting up off the moon and then flying off away from the moon and then towards Earth. You have the videos of them. You did, anyways. We did for a long time. I'm sure they're still out there. It was all bullshit anyway. It's just those things got asked. Those things got asked by some people, and then Others had to question themselves and say, yeah, that is kind of funny. And how did you get the camera back? Did you make a because it makes you ask these questions if you believe in such nonsense. Hey, listen, if you're going to expect me to, go along with all this shit, it's got to make sense. I mean, if the guy's got a point. If there's a camera down on the ground filming all this and you leaving and everything, you didn't have, digital. Put it this way, even the phone call of the president on the phone with him was kind of stupid because we didn't have the technology at the time. It's not like we had cell phones, anything. And then the guy's sitting on top of a rocket talking to the president, right? He's still going through the vast of outer space, still supposedly, and he's on his way to the moon. And here he is on the phone. How's it going, fucking? And then here's Buzz Aldrin. They're telling you he's got his Freemason ring on, right? He's got his Freemason watch on. He's got his Freemason badge on. They've got the chevron mark all over the fucking place. They're showing you, hey, we're lying to you, man. We're lying to you. 7.8 billion people are going to believe the lies of what at the time there was only in the United States 200 million, I want to say, in 1969. Not that many, maybe 200 million. We've doubled in size just in that amount of time. Okay, over here you got other fake photos of him on the moon. Things that just don't make any sense. When you see the moon in the photos they're showing you, there's craters all over it. But for some reason, these guys are never inside these craters. You see craters. They're showing you pictures like of this one, right? They're showing you pictures of these little craters, right? Then over here, there's no craters. Right? There's just rocks, right? So go look from moon photo to moon photo, right? Compare them, because they're all in the same area, right? They're all supposed to be in the same. Here's Apollo 17. This is Apollo 11. They went up to the same place called the moon. The moon, we're told, everything we see in our telescopes shows us these craters all over the moon. So where's this prick and the 17 that going up? Another one that's funny on this one here, there's clouds in the background. There's atmosphere for some reason. I don't know why, but there's atmosphere. I can see it. I didn't go in on it yet, but I'm going to go look at it another day. Shit is not consistent. It does not make sense. Even if this was a soundstage and this was the real moon that took a photograph of the moon and made a soundstage out of it, which that's supposedly the rumor or whatever, who cares? There's so many other fake things that don't make any sense. Lights and shadows never fucking mix and go together when they're doing any of this stuff, So when you got the light coming down on the moon, why are we not seeing the moon the way it looks? I mean, look how far away it is. It's right there. It's right there. This thing's just leaving, moving up off of the moon, and now headed for Earth. So how that happens, we have no idea either, because there's no oxygen in Earth, so your rockets have nothing to push off of. So how the fuck it moves up and over and out, that's beyond science, because science ain't telling you. Yeah, here's a good one with oh, did I go to 46 minutes already? Let's see. 38 minutes. All right, I got a few minutes left. All right, here's a good one with the tire going. Again, it's a still frame. It's a still frame. My point is this. None of this dust should ever be filling this wheel. It should all go up out the back and then up and out, because there's no gravity, right? So whatever force you put on it with no gravity. I also see some other weird shit going on in this one too. I don't know what it is yet, so I won't say. But this is just and how stupid to bring a car up to the fucking moon with you to look around. You know what I mean? It's just so stupid, man. Such propaganda. And everybody's mad at people like, other bad people who've been responsible for billions upon millions of deaths. And then here we are doing the same shit in different ways. And then when we look back on it, we're going to say, oh my God, we thought the prick with the mustache was bad. This was way worse, man. We did 150, 200 years of this kind of propaganda, sabotage. Holy shit. And they're going to look back and say, oh my God, the food, the medicine, the fucking whole, oh wow, what did we do? Fucking idiots. And then you'll owe it all to these guys, and you want somebody to blame, and you want to blame them, don't bother, because it's not them. It's us. It's us. It's we. It's all of us. Because we ignore this shit. We go along with nonsense like this. With seeing flags fucking flying in the wind, blowing in the wind when we're in a place where there is no fucking wind. They tell us they got moon boots. Oh yeah, we got moon boots. So that when we jump up in the air, they're heavy. They're real heavy. Moon boots are heavy. They, we could weigh 20, 30. I don't care if they weigh 1,000 pounds apiece. If you jump up in the air and you're pulling your body off the ground, then you're going to keep going. Unless you're going to tie yourself off, you're going to keep going. The same thing why is the dust not going up and going off? Why is the dust settling back down on the moon? Does that make any sense? No, of course not. And then all the aluminum foil shit, the taking photographs of them walking up and down steps and shit like that. I mean, they got nothing out of this supposed moon landing except for billions and billions of dollars and a lot of people's energy. A lot of people spend their energy believing in outer space nonsense. That's a big fucking lie, right? That's a lot of energy, and there's a lot of people that believe in this nonsense. So, energy-wise, just energy-wise alone, these people have stolen from the human population their energy to believe in all of these lies, and to not show you and to hide from you the reality, the truth that I'm now trying to show you, and you're all denying it and turning your fucking heads and running from the truth. Everybody has been for years. And maybe if people went and fucking looked, maybe we wouldn't have this shit going on where I've got friends that are fucking killing themselves. I've got intentionally. And then I've got other friends who are killing themselves coincidentally, and including myself, I've been eating the food and taking the fucking medicine all my life too. I ain't no better. But when the fuck is everyone going to wake up, man? Then we get shit like this. And they've always done this too. Future vision of a lunar space camps and all this shit. It's the same shit that Elon Musk is doing about Mars and everything. Yeah, we're going to go to Mars. Yeah, we're going to break our carbons down and fucking send us into the future and get the fuck out of here, man. They're showing us all garbage technology. They're showing us computerized zeros. Get away from the zeros. No such thing as zeros. 1 through 9. Go back to 1 through 9. Lied to you about every fucking thing, man. And then stupid shit like this, again, you see shit like this, question it. Okay, why? How did a camera get so close to it? So you sent another camera, another satellite, you got the satellite that's taking photos and video of this. At the time that they were even doing this, we didn't even have video that could keep up with it. We didn't even have anything that would... We didn't have fucking satellites all over the fucking place in 1969. We still don't even today. We're just tell everybody that we do, and we charge them billions of dollars. What a joke. Billions of dollars that we give them for putting up these things, right? Oh, yeah, we got 95 satellites going up. I think under Obama there was... 94 of them. 94 new satellites. They got to replace the old ones. Well, gee, what about the old ones? Are we going to take them down, or is it going to be space trash? Oh, that'll be space trash. We'll just add it to the carbon taxes when we charge you carbon taxes. Every every photograph of these clowns is them going up and down the ladder. They never had no mechanical problems. Amazing. Their Tesla cars, they can't even fucking keep them running. They're just simple little electric motors. These fucking guys, with all this technology, with all these moving parts, it looks pretty complicated. Lots of wiring for some reason. I mean, I don't know why they needed all that wiring and all the shit they put in these things. For what? For what? So you can... unbelievable. No explanation about how many times they shit their pants. And they talk about that shit when they get to space camp. I guess they learn that stuff. But during the moon landings, there was no talk about that. These fucking guys went a whole week and a half. Never had the shit, never had the piss, never had the sweat, never had the spit, never had nothing. It was perfect, Unbelievable, man. It's so fucking stupid. Anyways, that's why I'm getting so aggravated. And then they'll do shit like this, too, and they'll show the footprints, and we're supposed to believe... anything that they fucking say. Is that what this is? Apollo 11 boot print on the moon. And I remember too, man, growing up when I was a kid, these moon boots. My uncle didn't remember them, but I remember these moon boots. They all had the same bottom, just like this. This the tread, I mean. And they were heavy, and we used them in the winter time. Usually people, they're still around today. They just don't call them moon boots, I don't think, anymore. They probably call them lunar boots or something. But they were huge, man, because I was born in 70. So by 75, 80, you already had all your space alien television shows and movies, and everybody already bought into the whole moon landing nonsense. And yeah, now we're going to be buying into Mars landings from fucking Tesla. Tesla, fucking what's his face again? Elon Musk. Elon Musk took a space card out to Mars, and he's colonizing Mars, and he might be a space alien himself. No, 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 no. You were closer the first time. They still lied to you about your gods and your prophets and all that shit, but they were closer than these other newer gods. These newer gods are less realistic. I guess they throw a little bit of it in because, like, in the old religions, they would call them angels. Now they want to call them space aliens. And if you look at who they really are and who they're really talking about, they're talking about the aliens that Harold Kotz is talking about. Harold Kotz is unfortunately, Harold Kotz thinks that these aliens come from outer space as well, and there's no such thing as outer space. We live in an electrical system. But there are other species that were created by the false creator/creator before us. They're a synthetic species. I'm positive about this. And there's evidence I'll show you, not in this series, but as I go along next year. I'm too pissed off in this series. I'm going to go on to this other guy that I like now. The guy that wrote that book, War on the West. Douglas Murray or something like that. I'm going to do a series to him next, I guess, just to get away from this series. But I'm going to finish up on the moon first before I get out of this series, because I didn't get to do the moon part of the series for the Candace Owens. And anybody coming to my videos, please, man, just fucking open up your eyes. Go look around a little bit. These things are getting really shitty really fast, and it's going to keep going this way until everyone awakens. All my words have been taken. Can't say woke, can't